Hello there, Starseeds. Thank you so much for joining me for a spiritual guidance reading. If you're new here, I am High Priestess Lady Leo, and I have a passion for interpreting energies and helping others to their spiritual awakening journeys. If you're returning soul fan, welcome back. I love you. Thank you for being here. Today, I do have a pre-shuffle ready to go. All right. This is more for somebody who's going through hard times, okay? Especially if you resonate with Starseed or Light Worker or Empath, Healer, Shaman, Mystic, okay? Light Witch. Any of those types of labels, okay? I'm missing a lot there, all right? So you're probably going through hard times, all right? You're feeling really lonely, all right? You could feel financially unstable at this time because lots of changes are happening. You know, this is going on a collective level globally, all right? And it's probably affecting you as well, okay? So whatever that situation is, know that it's going to be all right, and we're going to get some spiritual guidance on it today, okay? So here's some good juju, some positive vibes, some upliftment, and some healing for you, okay? Energy healing, all right? So first off, we're going to start by cleansing and setting the space, calling in spirit. Oh, I love you too, Russell. I love you too. You like that? God, Source, the universe, angels, ancestors, spirit guides, council of light, ascended masters, and all other benevolent beings of light, I ask that you shield us in a holy divine white light of protection. Shield our space, our energy, and this reading from any outside negative energies, entities, and it is not allowed here. So mote to be. Thank you, spirit, and so it is. All right, what is it, buddy? He's your good boy. He's so silly. He's so excited. Okay, so first, we're going to start off with some affirmations, okay? So we've got, I am enough, okay? Maybe you're not feeling like you're enough right now, all right? Maybe other people are in your energy. They're really like draining you. They're putting all their responsibilities, or they could either even be dumping stuff onto you, right? They just call you, or they're just around you and they talk to you just to share their shit, right? Share their negative energy. They're just like using you as a dumping ground, and they dip out, right? They don't show up for you when you need them, you know? So I want you to know that you are enough, okay? Just in case some of y'all need to see the card. Even though it's backwards, it's gonna show up backwards, but you are enough, okay? The next card is you are valuable, and that's why I feel like somebody out there really needs to hear how incredibly valuable you are. You know, are you giving yourself credit? Are you talking yourself up? Or are you giving in to everybody else's opinion and all their, you know, lower vibrational energy, right? Are you absorbing that as your own, okay? So this may be a reminder for you that you are valuable, okay? And you need to understand that you're valuable, right? You know your value, you know your worth, okay? Because you are incredibly special, okay? And you hold a lot of weight, you know? So I want you to know that you matter, that you are enough, and you are valuable, okay? And the world needs your magic is the next card, okay? Maybe people are giving you a hard time for being your authentic self or for doing it different, right? You know, it's like the norm for society is to follow suit, okay? To do it this way, all right? But there's not just one way to get to a destination, you know? Your journey looks different, and that's absolutely fine. And sometimes when we finally choose to answer the call to embark on this journey, it can be very lonely because not very many people can trust that that's their path, you know? So even though it's lonely and it's hard, the world does need your magic, okay? And it's all going to come back to you times 10. So keep with it. Don't give up. Keep on trucking, okay? And the last mantra is, I am a beautiful soul. So if you haven't heard that lately, I'm telling you right now, you are such an incredibly beautiful soul, all right? It doesn't matter about your past, okay? Right now, in this moment, none of that matters, okay? So I want you to honor that in the present moment and tell yourself how beautiful you are, okay? Give yourself a hug, give yourself a pat on the back, all right? Maybe you need to go check yourself out in the mirror a little bit, right? Really build up your own, you know, love for yourself, okay? If you can't have a love for yourself, if you don't find yourself as worthy or that you're enough, okay, that's the energy that you're harnessing, okay? And people treat us the way that we allow them to treat us. So if you're in this energy, that's probably what you're attracting as well, okay? So I know that's hard to hear. Not many people like to hear that, but I'm here to be, you know, your cup of tough love here, all right? Because I have true love for you, you know. So let your light shine. Let's hop into the oracle cards, all right? I'm using the Threads of Fate Oracle. We're starting off with the Alchemist. Very beautiful card, okay? So you may have an understanding of alchemy. If you're here on this channel, you probably do. You understand energy, okay? Or you're learning about it. You're intrigued by it. You're drawn or called to it, okay? So let's see what this card means. The Alchemist. The Alchemist card indicates a time of metamorphosis. A lot of you are going through a very transformative time in your life right now. You are metamorphosing, you know. I talk about the caterpillar and the butterfly all the time. You know, you're cocooned right now. You see that? You're in this little ball right here, and you're cocooned. And it could be, you know, you're contorted and just mush. Okay, and that could be very, very uncomfortable. You know, it could be a very uncomfortable time in your life right now. Okay, it is a call to view everything in your current life as an opportunity for growth. Right now is a potent time to plant the seeds of what you want to invite in. It is also a reminder that our thoughts are incredibly powerful. We may not feel like we have a lot of control over our lives, but we can work hard at changing our thought patterns to ones that empower us. Yes. What is your environment like right now? Okay. So we're working with energy, we're working with manifestation, we're working on, you know, raising our vibration so we can meet a certain frequency, okay? Because when we meet that frequency, like the frequency of abundance, okay, that's when we can have the control to actually change our lives, all right? But it starts within, okay? However, if you look around your room or your car or just your space and it's really cluttered, it's probably because of what's going on internally. As above, so below. As within, so without. So that's just one indicator that you can use, that you understand it's time to go within, because there's some cluttering going on the inside, okay? You're starting to shed that, all right? You're starting to release old versions of yourself, okay? This is a slow process, all right? Don't expect to wake up the next morning and it all be here, or you be ready for this next phase, okay? So the whole thing is a transition. Okay, and it's moving like a river. That's how we experience it here, as a river flowing, okay? There's going to be, you know, storms, so the water is going to be choppy sometimes, right? We're going to hit a current where it picks up and it moves faster, and then we get out of that current and it moves real slow, you know? Sometimes it can be a slow, steady stream, all right? So wherever you are on your journey, all right, just chill. Go within, look around your environment and kind of see, okay? So if it's really cluttered and crazy in your environment, this is even with people, okay? The people in your environment. If they're all being just nasty and they're negative and they can't be grateful for anything and they're just constantly complaining, they're always finding the shit in the situation, you know, they can't seem to look on the bright side, that's your indicator that you need to get that motherfucker out of your energy, right? They're bringing you down, especially most of you that resonate with this, because you're empaths, you absorb energy, okay? That is your superpower, but it's a blessing and a curse, okay? That's your indicator. A lot of y'all are just now waking up to this and realizing this, okay? So some of it's kind of like you need a lot of confirmation, you know? It's kind of like, you're kind of like, just little babies, you know, you got to be taught and trained, you know, say, because you're new to this, or if you're not new to it, you're new to finally applying it, right? You've been doing the studying, you've been doing the reading, you've been trying to take in all this information, but now you're finally in a space where you're trying to apply that. Maybe you've witnessed some things. Okay, I know if y'all been following me, I know that y'all witnessed me over the last couple of years manifest things into my life, okay? You can go back and look at my old Instagram page and see, you know, and I've been through that, you know, the spiritual warfare part of it. And that's part of this journey too, okay? Your light is going to irritate people's demons, all right? It's best for you to keep that light safe, okay? That's for you. That's your light, you know, for your own inner guidance, okay? You can't have people get access to be able to put the light out, you know, but you're supposed to shine your light for you know, to share your magic with us, with the world, okay? All right, moving on. Whatever they are given, the alchemist is able to transmute. They may have a handful of bad ingredients, but they are able to make magic with what they have. You already have all the resources that you need right here, okay? Whatever you have right now, you can use that to attract new and better and new resources, better resources, so you can just keep it going, right? You keep attracting those high vibrational positive experiences into your life, okay? It can be a long process, but they hold a vision for the final product while continuing to show up in their negative situation and slowly work at transmuting it. Someone who is in the shadow of alchemists may not believe in themselves. They may have both a fear of failure and a fear of success, keeping them paralyzed in their current situation. They can also minimize situations and keep their true feelings inside, as opposed to getting them out and moving on. A key to being an alchemist is naming what is happening so you can work with it. Yeah. Okay. A lot of y'all are coming into a space where you're finally seeing some success, and you may be sabotaging it because you have never seen anything like this before. You've never been treated this way by people, okay? You've never made this amount of money. You've never, had this amount of support or been in this phase of your life before, okay? And it's scary and it's different, and it's hard to trust, So a lot of y'all could be sabotaging that, all right? Getting like imposter syndrome, okay? So make sure that you're trying to do your best to keep things positive. Be aware of, the negative Nancys and the Debbie Downers in your life. However, you can't give it any of that any power, So the more that you are consciously aware of what's going on, the better you'll be at being able to let those things go, let those things just flow and pass, because that's really all it is. A lot of times, we can keep most of it out, but every now and then, you just got to let it fly by, just be aware of it, okay? Rather than, pointing it out and making this huge deal about things, you're aware of it, okay? All right, but you have all the resources that you need, okay? The next card is Dare to Dream. It looks like there's this eagle's talons over this diamond here. Okay. It's got some type of grapes or something at the top. I'm sure it'll tell us. It's going to tell us what this animal is, what this gem is, and what the plant is. All right, so we're going to read about that, see what this is. Dare to dream. It's okay to think outside of the box. It's okay to be different. Okay? You'll hear me tell you that all the time. All right? It's okay for you to look different from the person next to you, right? It doesn't take from them at all, and they don't take from you by you being different. So it's okay to dream, it's important to dream. No dream is too big for you. This card is an invitation to step wildly into your dreams, to visit them often, to ask them what they need from you. Despite what your current circumstances are, and no matter how far away you feel from your dreams, Spirit is telling you otherwise. We often neglect our dreams because we do not know how to attain them, but the process of going after them is a collaboration with the universe. If you show up for them, they will show up for you too. It's a frequency, okay? And once you understand that you can speak to the universe and the universe speaks back to you, there is now a line of communication, conscious communication, okay? So when you can start speaking what it is that you want as if you already are, as if you already have, then you're saying that you already have that thing in the present moment, and that's how it shows up into your life, okay? Hold that thought. Eagle. Eagle's sight is by far the strongest of its senses. In fact, it has the best sight in the animal kingdom. It is said to be able to spot a rabbit from over a mile away. In the aspect of our personal dreams, the eagle can be an ally for visualizing that which feels far away. A huge part of attaining what we desire is the ability to visualize it. Continue to use your imagination while showing up for what is right in front of you, even if you can't see how they connect. Right? This is what I do a lot with the candles, okay, with my manifestation candles, and I really have you visualize what it is that you're trying to, bring about into your life, whatever it is that you're praying for, right? Whatever it is that you're wishing on a star for, whatever it is that you're really trying to manifest, okay? Buckthorn, that's what that is, okay? This right here. That's buckthorn. crystal is a ruby. Like many powerful and magical plants, buckthorn is on the invasive species list. Its resistance to being eradicated is one of the properties we can call upon. If you are to go after our dreams, If we are to go after our dreams, we will need resilience. Things may try to derail you. You may even reach a moment where you think, am I not supposed to do this? But keep going. Stand your ground. Buckthorn is extremely helpful when dealing with external influences that may be discouraging. So you may want to get you some buckthorn to work with, okay? Yes, I use herbs and things like that to help manifest things into my life. Like right on the back of my, so I have just a phone case that just pops on, you know, and it's got like a little design on it. It's a little bit clear at the top, but I actually put a bay leaf inside that between my phone and the cover. You know, I've written down what my my intent is, what it is I'm trying to bring about, and then so you can use bay leaves. Bay leaves are really good for manifesting, especially money and protection. Okay, so those sorts of things. All right, so if you maybe that's your confirmation that like maybe you've been thinking about working with herbs, with using different spiritual tools and you know resources to bring about what it is that you're trying to manifest into your life. Okay, ruby. Ruby is one of our 4 precious gemstones and has been considered highly valuable throughout all of human history. Lots about you're valuable. Okay, that's coming out a lot today. Okay, so I really want you to just visualize how valuable you are. Like you are just surrounded and, you know, things that are of high value. Okay, so like gold things, okay, and rubies and diamonds and sapphires and you know, just crystals and you know, very valuable items, okay, and things, right? It is also incredibly hard stone, second only to diamond. Ruby can serve as an ally when we are chasing our dreams, as it encourages us to cultivate the durability required to succeed. It being considered a precious stone is significant, as things of value do not always come easily. We must persevere. Where buckthorn is helpful in dealing with external influences, ruby supports the internal. Call on it when you feel small, when your self-talk is not so great, and when limiting beliefs are interrupting your progress. Okay, so don't forget to dare to dream. All right. That's about being resilient with something too. Okay, if you're going to persevere through anything, you cannot give up. You know, you got to go within and find the will to keep going with something, okay? You may have a lot of haters around you, tearing you down. It could be your family giving you a shit time about, you know, your life's decisions. You know, it could be your romantic partner, your spouse, you know, giving you a hard time about maybe you're finally starting to get some success and maybe they're not seeing that in their life right now. So, you know, they could be coming from a place of jealousy, right? Or a place of insecurity. You know, maybe you're making more money than your partner and they feel like, you know, you're going to dip out on them or something, you know. So whatever it is, you're going to be all right, okay? Don't forget to dare to dream. You got to be resilient. You got to keep going, okay? And that's another thing, y'all. Motivation doesn't show up for us. We got to dig that shit out, okay? We got to find motivation. So surround yourself with lots of positive things, okay? Your Instagram, your TikTok feeds, okay? Your Facebook feeds. All right, whatever it is that you're doom scrolling on, make sure that it's positive stuff, okay? All right. We have patience. No, we have underworld is the next one. And I remember seeing it back here. There it is. Underworld. I don't know if y'all could see that card very well. They're such beautiful cards, but they don't show up on the camera very well. Okay. If the underworld card comes to you, it is either an invitation to go within yourself or it serves as an acknowledgement of where you currently are. If you do not sense you are in the underworld, then this card is asking you to take a pause and allow the things that need to fall away to do so. If you're in the underworld at the moment, it can often feel like it is a trial after trial, loss after loss. It may also feel empty and uncomfortable. The underworld is where we die and are reborn. It holds the fire of transformation. So many people resist being in the underworld or try to rush the journey, but this card is asking you to settle into it and surrender. Give yourself permission to be in this in-between space and welcome the changes to the best of your ability. While we're in the underworld, we need to allow ourselves to be there without anticipating the rebirth. We must simply be there. Yeah, a lot of you know that you're in the middle of a transformation. You know what the spiritual awakening is, and you are lost and you're terrified, right? It's all this new energy coming in, and you're going through all these different changes, right? So things are being torn down, things are shifting, there's lots of movement going on. I'm thinking like lots of different gears that are all moving at the same time, So it's okay for you to slow down and give yourself some grace, okay? Give yourself a lot of self-love right now, okay? A lot of y'all are clinging on to the old because it's what you've always known. It's all you've always gotten, okay? It's what you've always attracted, but you're on the healing journey now, okay? Your frequency is raising. So as this is happening, you're also attracting all this new, amazing stuff into your life. But it's not going to show up until you finally let this stuff go. It doesn't have room to grow here, okay? It's cluttered up and mucked up here with all this old stuff, this old baggage that you're carrying with you, all right? All of that does not define who you are in this person, or who you are as a person right now in this moment. Okay, it was an experience. Okay, so it's very important for you to start, consciously letting these things go, especially as they rise, because you may have things that are slowly surfacing right now. Okay, we had a lot of stuff surface, back in Scorpio season. This is a timeless reading, but just where we're at right now, we're in Capricorn season coming into Aquarius. Aquarius is lots of new, revived energy. It's the rebellion of the zodiac. Okay, so lots of movements coming in, all right? So it's important for you to take the time to allow these things to fall away, all right? Even, it's okay, all right? The healed life is a good life, I promise, all right? I wouldn't be on this journey if there wasn't any good to it at all. But there is a lot of hardships that come, okay? But do the work, okay? You're going to be rewarded for all the work that you do, okay? All right, and patience. Patience is the last one. And my bookmark fell out. Don't bear with me. Pretty sure it was air. There it goes. Almost looks like a turtle shell or a dragon's egg. Try not to look at the card. I'm not sure what the plant is. Very beautiful. Okay. This card brings the message that you must be patient and trust divine timings. Humans are anxious creatures. We know what we want and we want it now. But we are also working in collaboration with the divine, which means that sometimes we have to wait longer than we would like. Looking to the earth can be helpful when we are working to cultivate patience. We cannot rush the seasons. A tadpole cannot rush its metamorphosis. A tree cannot rush its growth. This card asks you to have faith that your own process is happening in perfect time. If you feel like you're late, this is your confirmation that you're exactly where you're supposed to be when you're supposed to be there. All right, it's all in divine timing. All right, you're right on time. Turtle. Turtle is a call towards steady determination. Sometimes people who struggle with patience decide to give up on something simply because they are unable to wait for things to come into fruition. Any delays discourage them. Something to know about turtles is their land speed is about 3 to 4 miles per hour, but their speed in water is 10 to 12 miles per hour. This is a reminder that if we are patient and wait for the right time, we will have less resistance and make more progress. The spirit of turtle calls for resolve, grit, and persistence. You can call upon turtle when you need assistance in sustaining consistent effort in your long-lasting venture. Okay? A lot of us do get caught up with that instant gratification, right? We want things right now in this moment, or we want to wake up the next morning and it be here. I mean, think about Amazon, right? 2-day shipping. Shit gets here in 2 days, right? Now we got DoorDash. You want some food right now and you don't even want to leave? You can freaking DoorDash it, right? You can get it dropped off to you at your house, So sometimes things take patience, right? If you're growing a tree, right, you can't just put the seed in there and then there's a big tree already. Things take time, right? And it's in divine timing, which is perfection, So be patient with yourself. Okay, be patient with this journey. Be patient with your manifestations. All right, they're coming into fruition, but you got to give universe time to get this stuff to you, right? It's carving a path to you as you're carving a path to it, and you're going to meet in the middle, okay? But you got to give the universe, you know, enough time to get these situations turning for you, okay? Get the gears going. Because if it's too early, it's going to mess up your blessings, right? What if you're not ready for all this just yet? Then you're going to mess it up, you know? Whatever the reason, it's just not meant to be here in this moment yet, okay? Don't give up. That's why things don't show up, is because we give up on things too easily, you know? All right. Petrified wood. Petrified wood is fossilized roots and trunks of ancient trees. It is a stone of steady growth and patience. Petrified wood holds the wisdom of time. It teaches us how to not sweat the small stuff. It is a reminder that divine timing will always be better than our personal timing, and that we must always trust that. It encourages us to stay the course, but not to push the river as it flows all on its own. Continue to show up to your work. Continue to reach toward growth, but do not rush. Call upon petrified wood for ancient knowing and the process of divine timing. It's okay for you to fall in love with the process. That's the point. You're supposed to be loving what you're doing. You know, love for you, love for what it is that you're doing, and love for the journey, right? For the experience, you know. So that's coming in for a lot of y'all. So if you haven't been enjoying your ride, you haven't been enjoying your journey, you know, you're going to be coming into a space where you can have more patience, you can slow down, and you can stop and really enjoy the scenery around you, you know. Just don't give up faith, don't give up hope, okay? You got to know with your being, right? You don't just believe it, because I say if I believe it, I can achieve it, right? But how you really get stuff to show up for you is, you know, like the sun is coming up tomorrow, you know that this is meant for you. You know that you're going to get through it. You already have gotten through it, you know. Really be thanking the universe in advance. This is if you're happening, it's happening right now in this moment, or it's already happened, okay? I actually learned that from a documentary on Gaia. All right, I like to watch a lot of stuff about indigenous cultures, you know, ancient cultures, right? And there was a chief of this tribe, and he says that, you know, that's what they do when they try to bring rain during droughts, is that they go up to this sacred space in between these mountains, right? And they do rain dance, and really what they're singing is they're thanking universe, God, source, universe, creator for the rain already, as if it's already happened, you know. And they say it starts raining shortly after that, you know. So that's one of the methods that I have adopted into my spiritual practice, and it works out really great for me. Another one is what I'm seeking is seeking me, is already seeking me. What I am seeking is already seeking me, okay? I say that a lot. All right. Another one that I really like to use is, all right, this is my whole theory, right? And I say this in the mirror, okay? If I am creating my own reality, in my reality, I experience whatever it is that I want to experience, you know? And I say, and I am grateful for experiencing yada, 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 okay? So I use that one a lot. I say that like 3 times in the morning, 6 times at lunch, and 9 times at dinner for the 3-6-9 method. Okay, so yeah, everything that I do has like a purpose, you know. So even music that I listen to. Maybe at the end of this reading, I'll share with y'all a couple of songs. That way I'm not getting too far off track here. I'm doing my best to stay on track and stay focused today, y'all. I try to be on point. Anyway. Yeah, and I'm not sure, did I read about chamomile? Chamomile. When we are met with resistance or delay is not uncommon. We experience an increase in anxiety or frustration as we feel we don't have control. It's okay for you to let go of the need to control everything, okay? By you releasing that need to control, right? Because you're resisting it when you're in that energy. You're actually resisting it, okay? So when you give up the need to control, you don't need to control anything. You are, right? You're in control of yourself, right? That's something else as well that can help, okay? Chamomile is a go-to tea for before bed because of its sedative effects, but its medicine is good at any time. Chamomile has a calming effect on our nervous system. It also comes in handy if we feel like we are overthinking or stressed. It teaches us to be calm and secure in the process despite it not being our ideal timing. Call upon the spirit of chamomile when you need support with surrendering to the teachings of patience and divine timing. I actually put chamomile in my bath. So it helps with not only just my muscles when they're hurting real bad, it also helps me to distress and to calm down, you know. So maybe you need to get you some like chamomile oil, or maybe you incense, drink some chamomile tea. All right, so chamomile may be of help to you during this time. All right, moving on to the next deck. This is the Wild Mystic Oracle. Okay, and our first card is Create. Here's that web, y'all. So if y'all been following around, some of y'all watch everything that I post, and I love you. I love y'all to the moon and back for that. Okay, but here's that web. It says create. Okay. This card represents creativity and weaving one's imagination into being. By weaving our individual stories into words, music, dance, art, or any creation of our own making, we craft a web of ourselves for others to view. The Spider card urges you to use your creativity and vision to explore your inner self and express it honestly. Druids believe that the spider is a weaver of the written word. The Druid Ogham alphabet with its cross lines may be found in the web of a spider. The web may be seen as interconnecting stories and pathways, or a woven spiral from the past to the future. Many cultures see the spider as a weaver of fate and fortune. The spider card may be a message to create your own destiny. In West African and Caribbean folklore, an Asai is a spider with a human face who represents creativity, stories, cunning, and wit. Largely formed from oral tradition, stories containing an Asai were passed from West Africa to the Caribbean islands during the transatlantic slave trade. And Anasai's ability to outwit its oppressors and gain the super hand made him a powerful symbol of slave resistance. The spider may symbolize the oh my goodness, I'm getting so emotional. Whew. Must be picking up on some of my roots. I'm probably picking up on some of y'all's roots too, your ancestors, or ooh, that's triggering. Okay. Anasai's ability to outwit his oppressors and gain the upper hand made him a powerful symbol of slave resistance. The spider may symbolize the power of words and stories in fighting injustice. You have to think about, as a human race, how far we've come, right? All the different cultures that have been oppressed, right? And turned into slaves, right? So don't be a slave to the system. Don't be a slave to this reality that, you know, society is projecting here, right? You can break the shackles off your own wrist, right? Be your own breaker of chains here, okay? So stand in your power, stand in your truth, know that you're a beautiful soul and that you're valuable and that you are enough, right? And shine your light. Let your magic, just release it out into the world, you know? Like, your spirit team is calling to you to do that so incredibly much, okay? Shadow reading. The shadow reading of the spider card indicates creative block or stagnation. It is the cobwebs that form in your mind when it is dusty and littered. Lots about decluttering the mind space here, okay? It may also be urging you to try to find your creative voice once more after it has been lost in the mire of other people's demands. Make art for yourself and no one else, and try to rediscover your footing on the delicate web of creativity. Correspondences: Earth, Flora, Carnation, Ginkgo, Biloba, Mistletoe and Vervain, Stones, Alexandrite, Celestite, Zincite, and Opal. Spellwork: help with writers' artist blocks, luck with a publication, encouraging creativity and imagination, luck with a performance. Okay, that's very beautiful. Okay, next card is Death, and we have the moth there. All right, lots about transformation with the alchemist, with underworld, patience, and then now with death. Okay, and there's a moth, there's a skull there. We've got Scorpio showing up as a symbol on here. Circle there, that's abundance. That's the circle of life as well. Okay, cycles, it also represents cycles coming and going. And again, like a butterfly, a moth also has to cocoon itself as well. It has like a very similar, you know, cycle. Okay. Oh, I didn't need to do that one yet. 1 second, y'all. I'm getting better at this. Death. The word death may at first cause you discomfort, but in the natural world, death is an essential part of rebirth, new growth, and sustaining life. While you may choose to view this card as a representation of physical death, understand that it also signifies symbolic death. This card may mean the end of a journey, the end of a relationship, or the end of an attachment. It may also represent the end of one path and movement onto the next, which is true because we're about to enter Aquarius season, okay? Movement, changes, evolution. While the moth is known as a creature of shadow and night, we must remember that it's always seeking out the light. Leaves may fall and rot into the earth, but their decay feeds new growth. This card may symbolize hope and happiness in the face of life-changing events or endings, or a new beginning after a life-changing event. The moth card may be urging you to let go of old thoughts, traumas, and anxieties that stagnate your mind. It does not define you. It has no room. It has no room for all these beautiful things that are coming into your life right now. Let it go. Let it go. It's not serving you anymore. Don't know where the fuck that came from. I'm such a dork. Perhaps we are not prepared. Looking forward and toward the future can be scary and unnerving, especially when we are unsure of the route we must take. The moth may fly too close to a flame and burn. A life-changing event may be on its way. Correspondences: air, spirit, flora, alder, bluebell, cypress, elder, and willow. Stones: chastolite, amethyst, and hyalite. Spell work: Samhain ritual. Funeral blessings, ancestor work, speaking to those beyond the veil, blessing a new beginning after a big life change, and dealing with grief. Okay, some of y'all, that could be what y'all are holding back. That's what's holding you back. You have a lot of grief for something. Okay, grief for people who have physically left us here on the 3D. Okay, grief for the relationships that are not here anymore, that have left, that are ending, and grief for the old versions of yourself. It's okay for you to honor that before you let them go. That is an important part of, releasing those things. You got to honor those different versions of yourself, Y'all, I used to be a cold-hearted biatch, right? A very angry person, okay? And I went around just creating chaos for everybody around me because I was angry, However, there was a part of that person that was incredibly fearless, And for a time, I lost that, right? I ended up falling rock bottom, and I ended up becoming a people pleaser, And I was very humbled, but I also lost that fire within me, The person that would stand up for themselves, the person that showed up like they had nothing to lose. Okay, so I'm just now, recently over the past 6 months that's reawakening in me, So it's okay for you to let go of old versions of yourself and keep the parts of yourself that are amazing, that you find value in. Okay, there's a reason why you find value in that. Okay, and explore that. Okay, all right, and our last card is peace. It's a turtle. Maybe you have strong ties to turtles. Again, Caribbean, all right? Maybe you have ocean ancestors that are close to the ocean, okay? This card represents the peacemaker, diplomat, and ally. In comparison to the heron card, which symbolizes inner peace, this card encourages peace and friendship with others. The sea turtle is a natural gardener, grazing on seagrass, which houses aquatic life, feeds other sea creatures, and allows space for underwater animals to breed, nest, and hide. This card encourages a peaceful environment where others around you may flourish. It asks you to work with others to maintain peace and cooperation. The sea turtle, as well as numerous other creatures mentioned within this deck, is under threat from pollution and climate change. They are also under threat as a result of fishing and poaching. In many North American indigenous myths, turtles are associated with creation, the Earth Mother, and supporting the Earth. This card may symbolize conversation, responsibility, and cooperation with the natural world. It is a reminder that we as individuals can make a difference. and that true peace often requires hard work. Shadow reading. Chaos can rise and imbalance may rear its head. A calm sea can become a tempest, and it can be difficult to navigate. You cannot solve everyone's problems, and it is not for your responsibility to do so. Be wary of trying to play peacemaker and those around you if they will not listen to reason, or if it's harmful to yourself. Know when to walk away. Correspondence is water. Aloe vera, poppies, cosmos, gardenia, and lavender. Stones. Chrysolite, jasper, and rhodonite. Spellwork. Settling an argument, allowing people to see each other's point of view. Guard against conflict and garden magic. Okay. Some of y'all may have strong ties to herbs, y'all. Lots about herbs. Okay. Indigenous cultures. All right. You know, like Native American, or African, or let's see what else. Maybe like the Aboriginal, ancestors. All right, Nordic would be another one that would be very tribal. Okay, whatever that looks like for you. All right, but lots about herbs. Okay, ancient medicines and things like that. All right, you may want to take a look into that, start exploring with that. Also crystals. Okay, always reach out if y'all have a question about a crystal, or if I don't know, I'm gonna find out because I want to know too. Right, I love crystals and working with herbs and things like that. So if y'all have questions, y'all don't hesitate to reach out and ask. I may not give you a direct response, but I am looking, and if I see something like that that's more aligned with things to do with how to work with your manifestation. I try my best to respond to those quickly. Okay. All right. Get y'all a couple of soul messages. Anything else for the collective? Please, Spirit, anything else for the collective? Also about peace, though, y'all, is that it's important for you to recognize when someone's trying to get a reaction out of you. Okay? Because that's really all they're trying to do, is get that reaction from you. So it's important for you to find that peace within, right? And you got to protect that peace. Can't let anybody come in and fuck with your peace, okay? Because when they fuck with your peace, they're fucking with your head, they're fucking with your heart, they're fucking with your blessings, they're fucking with your journey, okay? They're fucking with your vibration. So, at a distance, right? Access denied. If you cannot treat me with love, respect, and kindness, you cannot afford the access into it. You cannot afford the admission into my energy, right? I'll say that again. If you cannot treat me with love, respect, and kindness, you cannot afford the admission into my energy. Okay? All right. Break the chain. Ancestral patterns, healing, rewriting the future. You are breaking the chains here. You were meant to do this. That's why you're here. That's your whole life's journey. You're breaking chains. You're freeing yourself. Okay? You've been here many, 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 many times, and you've been on this journey. And every single time you come back, you pick up where you left off and you take it further, okay? Don't doubt that. That is the main thing. Keep the main thing the main thing. All this stuff that you're seeing out here in your reality, all that stuff's not real. It's the opposite of what they're telling us, okay? It's just a book. This is not your life mission, okay? That person over there, right? Debbie Downer over there, Chatty Cathy, Cindy Lou Who, Billy Ray down the street, and Karen, all right? They're a distraction from your life's journey, from you breaking the chains, okay? That is your mission, is to break chains, your chains, freeing yourself, finding your own freedom, okay? And what that means to you, what does that look like, okay? Everybody's journey is different, and that's beautiful too. That one fell, y'all. Hold on. I don't know if I'm going to be able to reach it. I might fall. Are you going to laugh at me if I fall? That's dirty. Don't laugh at me if I fall. Okay, I'm not going to fall. I got it. Success. Yay. Lemuria, creating heaven on earth is happening. See, you got to have patience. You got to keep with it. Okay, Lemuria, your heaven on earth is so close. And it's a process. You're never going to be done creating this. It's endless. It's limitless. You are limitless. It's always changing, okay? You're always creating it. You're always adding to it. You're always perfecting it, tweaking it, okay? And that's what this is about, this whole journey. You're tweaking and moving things around here, okay? It could be with people. It can be with things. It could be with places, right? with your energy, with the things that you have around you, with your interests, with what resonates with you, okay? Angels, ancestors, and spirit guides. Akasha, and your guidance is divinely guided. Wow. Yeah, you're being led by spirit. And you are such an incredible, loving, divine, spiritual being here. You're cosmic, you know? You're incredibly cosmic, and you're here for a higher purpose, all right? It's more than just all this stress, all right? When you get into that mode, and I know it's hard, y'all. It's easy for me to sit here and say this, I know, all right? But I go through it every day with you, all right? I do. I've got stress and anxiety disorders, okay? I got a lot of stuff going on too, you know? Don't get it twisted, okay? There's a reason why I got a filter on, you know. I got hair in, I got nails glued on, you know. I'm a real human person experiencing these things too, you know. So, for the 45 minutes that I'm here with you, it looks like I have it all together, but I don't always have it all together. I can promise you that. If I turn this around, you can see how there's just everything is disarray and chaos and clutter too. Okay, that's why this is also coming to me, is because I have to apply this in my own life as well, right? I've just been working with this stuff a little bit longer than some of y'all have, and that's where I'm trying to share. That's where I'm coming from. I'm just wanting to share with y'all. I'm trying to help you. All these things that I share with y'all have helped me on my journey, and if it can help you, then I think that's great. So anything that y'all want to share that's helping you right now, y'all can share your favorite affirmations, the crystals that you're working with right now, maybe the herbs that you really like to use, maybe even little tips and tricks that you may have that can help the collective as well. I'd love for you to drop that in the comment section down below. I did want to share with y'all a little bit what I do with music, okay? So let's see if I can't find one that I can get away with using on here. All right, so let's just do maybe I can do this one. So I put one of my favorite songs, kind of like this, right? And I'll get in a meditation thing like this, right? And I'm really visualizing, like this would be for like protection or to like amp myself up, confidence or something. Okay. And then I just follow the beat, y'all. Sometimes I sing, the master of my CEO. Right, I really start feeling the lyrics. I feel the words, right? So I pick songs that are going to help me, you know, get into the mind space. I'm using the frequency of the music, the lyrics. I'm saying them out loud. I'm visualizing all at the same time. And then not only am I visualizing, like, I'm sending it out as well. Like, my intention is to not only do this for me, but for the collective. The universe likes that, okay? So then, you know, I'll just... Sometimes I use my hands too. I just let it flow, right? I let spirit move through me. Sometimes I'm doing a shield wall, right? I'm doing my little shield wall around myself, right? And I just imagine this divine, holy white light around me, okay? Right? And I'm coming out like some bad bitch. I got my armor on. I'm getting ready to go, right? Sometimes I'm flying around like an angel, you know? I really get very imaginative with it, right? That's very important because this is what's creating everything. It's inside the brain here. Okay, it's incredibly powerful, especially when you mix that with consciousness, right? With a heart beating, right? So that's just one thing. That's one way to help you, okay? And I will see if I can't link some other songs that I use to keep me in a positive vibe as well down in the description box. All right, y'all check my stories. I'll be posting a lot more about the music that I use as well. In my stories on my Instagram, okay? Stay tuned for all my little ads about my affiliates, how you can book a reading with me, about my Instagram lives, all right? If this reading resonated with you, don't forget to let me know in the comment section down below, or you can email me, ladyleospiritual@gmail.com. gmail.com. Thank y'all so much for all your love, support, y'all's encouraging words. Y'all are so sweet. And I'm just eating it up, y'all, because I'm finally kind of coming out of my shell and I'm growing, and I'm just so incredibly grateful for each and every one of you, okay? Thank y'all for the donations. Thank y'all for all the blessings that y'all bestow upon me. I'm sending all of that love and light back to you times 10. I pray for y'all every single night, okay? I love you, I love you, I love you. And until next time, love and light.